Simon, here we are in 2011. What's the juice that's happening this year in search marketing?
Well, basically, there's a lot of new things that are coming along in search marketing. We saw that like the last couple of years with universal search.
Right.
Lots of new search results that are displayed in the results. So basically, like in terms of speaking with SEO, we're looking at different ways of optimizing websites now. When looking at link building, for example, we want to make sure that we're not just targeting ideal websites and ideal anchor text link coming back to your website. We're looking at the diversity of the amount of links that we're getting from different sources, but also the what type of context they have. If you have like social links, if you have like some corporate links, some blogging,
the categories,
directories, and everything. So normally this is a big change that we've seen this year for our big clients that we were optimizing for a couple of years. We realized that now it's more about having a good diversity of links from any source. And just making sure that you have a lot of mentions, and that's really going to help ranking better for our clients, knowing that the search engines are actually looking more and more into the social signals to actually,
right.
Well, part of the relevance package,
right,
in ranking the websites. So that's something we're seeing makes a pretty big difference in terms of how we approach link building and for our clients, because especially like in the US, which is much more competitive than in Canada. We need to really integrate these services within the offer to make sure we're going to be competitive, and we're going to keep the good rankings for our client.
So diversifying the link programs to make sure you're hitting all the major categories, and that as social increases, getting your fair share there.
Yeah, because something that a lot of people are asking, like the buzz about social media. We use social media, but more in a way of how can we help the search marketing, knowing that the search marketing is normally the number one ROI source for our clients. We normally look at, okay, how can we leverage the social communities to actually attract more eyeballs and more links? And that's going to help our website to rank better. And even if the traffic we gain from these strategies are not necessarily converting well, the idea is just to post some relevant articles in social communities like dig.com, for example,
right.
Which is one of the good platforms to do so. So we promote the content, and we get a lot of eyeballs. And a lot of people that like the articles, they will post back the articles on their blogs, on their sites, and that's going to give us a good traction and links as well. And especially that they are social link, it's going to help the overall strategies that we do in search. So these are the things that we look at more and more for our clients.
Universal results, images, videos, all those various types of blended universal results, and the organic results. Is it a challenge to take customers to a program where they're willing to embrace all of those different types of results as part of their SEO program?
Yeah, it's definitely much more a challenge for search marketers, I guess, than it was before. Knowing that we have to optimize images, we have to optimize videos now, local results, and so on and so forth. So normally we look at how do we get top 3 and the 3 triangles. Like the first one would be like regular
website.
Well, regular like search engine optimization, your pay-per-click results, but also your local results, because a lot of search terms that would convert are actually local keywords. So we're looking at making sure that for any clients now, we're at least covering always these 3 aspects. But also, we have to make sure that they're going to be building video content, because not every client has a need for video content, but we want to make sure that for a specific keyword, we're going to be able to get the rankings as well. So it's getting more and more of a challenge. You need more commitment from your clients as well, right, to be able to achieve all this material. Because sometimes like we're not going to take care of creating all the materials ourselves. Right. So if we don't provide the service for the client, we want to make sure that they have good resources internally to make sure they can create the videos, get the pictures, and even the content for the website. So that's becoming more and more of a challenge, especially working with a player that's not necessarily been online for a long time. They don't have like huge teams or good resources to be able to accomplish all the tasks. So this is a little bit of work in progress for anybody working.
Knocking them off sequentially.
Yeah, exactly.
One after another.
Yeah, definitely.
The PPC spend or the SEM spend. Is that migrating a lot this year?
Migrating to other services?
Other channels besides just Google search text ads?
Well, normally yes, because like it's getting more and more competitive. So for sure, like you're getting a good CPA off AdWords, for example, is getting harder and harder. At the same time, like if what we're doing is profitable, you don't want to migrate any budget, because I mean the client is just like, well, why would I lose business? So it's more, the process is more like making sure that we maximize the budget in the PPC channels, and making sure afterwards, well, okay, let's get into different variables.
Okay.
A little bit like, well, we've seen that from the stats. Like if you look at the PPC spent over SEO investment, it has always been disproportionate. If you look at the average of clicks you get in SEO against PPC, which is like 80-20 and vice versa. And so we're trying to educate our clients to manage that more in the mid to long term goals, because like if you deal with bigger clients like corporations, the problem is that they will look at the results on a quarterly base or like a yearly base, but not necessarily investing too much or heavily in SEO, because they know it's going to pay off in 2 years, but they might, you know, not show the results for the current year, so that's going to be a problem. So we try to educate and have separate budgets for these types of strategies that are more in the long-term range, to make sure that they have a good diversity of exploiting each channel, that they could potentially get more traffic and more exposure as well. So that's a pretty hard challenge, because it's I mean it's easy to just give more budget and
dump it all into SEO.
Yeah, exactly. But we've been pretty successful at actually making sure the clients should invest more in SEO than in PPC. In our opinion, that's really our approach. So we tend to educate a lot of our clients to spend a lot, but also to make sure that they have internal resources as well. Because even if we're an agency, we don't believe that the agency is going to be good at doing everything. So we want to make sure that we educate the client, that they have like specific resources that are going to be more profitable internally for them, and give them more traction on their own strategy. So that's something we educate them as well in terms of doing their own thing as well on their side.
Teaching them.
Training and teaching them. Yeah.
Well, it's been good catching up with you.
Thank you very much.
What are we going to be talking about a year from now in this booth?
Oh, I'm not quite sure actually. Well, currently it's really looking at how the search is. It's a maturing market, so it's getting more and more. Harder and harder, more competitive. So I guess it's looking at the new channels that are arriving. There's mobile that's getting there slowly but surely. So we're going to look at the evolution of mobile to see whether or not the search results are going to be much different than what they currently are in the regular PC web. Yeah. So that's something that should evolve and should be probably the center of attention in the next couple of months or next year, and also for the other services that you'll see, like in Google, like Google Boost, for example, and other types of products that they're launching should be launched across Canada as well anytime soon if they see some relevant results there. So yeah, that'll be
the big mystery question. Yep. How many new products and services will Google have launched that you're working with 12 months from now that are not in the mix today?
That's a good question.
We'll have to come back and see.
Yeah.
Thanks for the time today, Sonny.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
You too.